I walked into the office today and heard my name again. Not in praise, not in passing, but in whispers. You know she only got that role because of him. And for the first time, I didn't flinch. Because today, I was ready. Before I tell you how I turned whispers into silence, like, comment, and subscribe for more stories about taking back your voice when the world wants to write your ending for you. Let's finish this. It was Friday. The fourth time this week I caught someone side-eyeing me in a meeting. The third time I saw a message close the second I walked by. The first time I couldn't stop my voice from shaking. I left the conference room, locked myself in the bathroom, and cried. But not the kind of cry that drains you. The kind that sharpens you. Because I realized something. If they were going to treat me like a villain, then maybe it was time I stopped trying to prove I wasn't one, and started showing them who they were messing with. That night, I stayed late, pulled every metric from the last 6 months, every campaign I'd led, every revenue spike I contributed to, every idea they dismissed, until it worked. Then I built a deck, not for applause, for proof. Monday morning, I asked for 10 minutes in the team meeting. I pulled up the numbers, the charts, the facts. And then I said, you don't have to respect me, but you will acknowledge the work. Silence. No defense. No clapping either. Just silence. And it felt like the loudest win I've ever had. After the meeting, one of the women who used to avoid me walked up. She didn't say sorry, but she said, I underestimated you. That won't happen again. And I nodded, because sometimes dignity isn't about revenge, it's about showing up, even when no one wants to see you win. David asked to talk later that week. He said, you've made your point. Loud and clear, I said, good. Now let's get back to work. No flirting, no tension, just two professionals, pretending that one night never happened. It wasn't closure, but it was control. And that's enough for now. Look, I'm not perfect. I'm not pretending to be. But I refuse to be erased by a single mistake that had nothing to do with my talent. Women mess up, men mess up. But only one of us gets turned into a headline. Not anymore. So now, I don't apologize in meetings. I don't shrink to keep the peace. And when I walk into a room, I don't scan it to see who's whispering. I walk in like I belong there. Because I do. So let me ask you, if people judged you by your worst moment, would you hide? Or would you rise? Drop your story in the comments. Or your silence. I'll respect both. And if this hits something in your chest, like, comment, and subscribe for more stories about truth, power, and reclaiming the narrative. This is Hidden Realms Reddit, where strength is messy and shame doesn't get the final say.